Good morning, you guys. All right. What a damn day. I was up late last night putting some stuff together for today's energy, and I was swearing up and down I was going to wake up early in the morning and put it out to you guys, but this morning I woke up and I felt like I had a headache. My back was hurting. I wanted to take a soaking bath and some Epsom salt. I was just kind of real chillaxed. All right. And I chose not to do it. So I'm putting it out to you guys now. Hold on. I'm thinking this morning, yeah, you're gonna have enough time. You can blow dry your hair, get yourself feeling beautiful. It's Venus's day, right? Anyway, didn't happen. All right, so all right, so today is May 17th. It is Venus's day, and I'm currently at the hour of the moon. All right, and the moon is right now in Virgo. So let's look at the transits, because that's more so what I was focusing on last night. Let me get my meditation music going. I gotta find it first of all. How's everybody doing? I just got done making my tea. The birds are chirping. Okay. Let's see if I can find my meditation. Here it goes. Okay. Cool. All right. Hold on, let me take a sip. I don't know if many people didn't catch drift of the Angel Tarot. Maybe some people don't like it. That's completely okay. It got minimum views yesterday. All right. I love the deck, so I'm going to be using it a lot. All right. So, I figured a lot of people that watch this channel, they love the astrology. They like how I correlate that over to the energy of the tarot. We will continue to do that. I will continue Sabian symbols. I'm going to pull from the Chinese element almost every day if I can. All right, if I feel it goes with the energy. And then the new deck that I got was the Citadel. All right, love this deck. It's more like a fortune telling deck. All right, like a fantasy oracle. That's what it is. But it has pretty cards in there. I actually have two decks from the same author. Hold on, you guys. Fez Inkrate. So my Seed and Sickle deck, which I always use when I'm reading for cardinal energies, it's kind of the same author here with the Citadel. All right, so maybe we'll use them both today. I'll leave them out. All right. Ooh, okay. Let's go to the transit. So first thing first, we've got Mercury that is in Taurus, squaring over to Pluto in Aquarius. All right, we have Mars in Aries that is going to semi-square Jupiter in Taurus, and Mercury that is in Taurus that's going to semi-square Saturn in Pisces. All right, the moon has a whole crap load of stuff going on today, which is really good, right? We got some biquintile energy with the moon in Virgo over to Chiron in Aries. We have sesquiquadrats to Pluto in Aquarius, to Mercury in Taurus, and then the opposition where the moon in Virgo and Saturn in Pisces are going to oppose each other. All right, the in conjunction happens with Chiron in Aries, with the moon in Virgo, and also the trines to the moon in Virgo and over to the earth elements with Venus and Uranus. All right, I did put a bunch of information together. I'm going to go through it all with you guys. But more so, we're going to focus on the energy of, it's giving me a lot of earth energy today as well. Lots of earth, all right? So I chose to do this a little differently. Where the hell is my thing at? I don't have it. I chose to do this a little differently so I can involve all zodiac signs. All right, so stick with me here as I go through this. I'm trying to do something different here with the energy. See if it works for everybody. All right. So first thing first, Mercury in Taurus square Pluto in Aquarius today. All right. Two fixed signs, right? Aquarius, Pluto is in retrograde. All right. So this one specifically happened at 3:43 a.m., 2 degrees and 3 minutes, and it happened at the planetary hour of Jupiter. All right, which is currently right now obviously in Taurus. So Mercury in Taurus, I did pull all the information that I normally would pull for you guys out of the Oracle of the Radiant Sun and what the planet means within that sign. All right, so Mercury in Taurus normally has the events of drafting contracts, haggles over document wording, insurance policies, discussions about beauty and or art, the need to take financial advice. And for me, it was the representation of the Five of Pentacles in tarot, which I kept talking to you guys about. This very first decan was going to be all about hardship, those that are unemployed, lack of finances, that type of thing, right? So the specific Sabian symbol for this one speaks about stepping up to the lawn blooming with clover. Clovers are the representation of good luck, right? It says, determined effort, the path of a humble aspirant towards self-fulfilling after seeing the light, and determined effort to find the way. I'm like, it's too early, Jazz, for you to be stumbling over your words. All right, so that specific Sabian symbol, we rounded up to the 3rd degree. All right, so steps up to the lawn blooming with clover, determined effort, the path of humbled aspirant towards self-fulfillment after seeing the light. And then Pluto retrograde in Aquarius can mean a bunch of different things. All right, so what I have down here, transformative, innovative shifts, realigning your goals, facing fears towards your dreams and wishes. This can be inheritances through friends. This can be a career in science and or astrology. This can be death and or destruction of anything, all right, that falls in with Aquarian energy. Understandings of the underworld and experiencing a rebellious metamorphosis. All right, so this is the tricky part because Pluto, we normally round up to the following degree, but it's in retrograde, so it's going back down to 2 degrees. So I have both of the Sabian symbols of the 3rd and the 2nd degree involved in this energy. All right, so a deserter from the Navy at 3 degree mark, a refusal to accept the unacceptable. The certain of society's constraints and requirements are simply inappropriate for us, and we cannot and must not comply. So refusing to comply with inappropriate authority. All right, so that's where the Aquarian energy comes in and wants to be more so rebellious, right? Going back down to the energy of the 2 degree mark, we're looking at all life is ephemeral, meaning, you know, we're living here at a short time. Even though we want to cement our lives into secure structures, nature's always wins in the end. Submission to unforeseen and uncontrollable forces. All right, so here's where I went a little different with this. So I put down every single zodiac sign and where this transit took place. All right, obviously it was at 3:43 a.m. Most of us are sleeping at that time, depending on where we are in the world. But Aries, the 2nd and the 11th houses, this is finances and friends. All right, values and your dreams, hopes, your wishes, what you know seem to want to bring in. The 11th house can speak about luck as well. All right, Taurus, this is going to be for your 1st and your 10th houses. So that's for house of self, obviously, and squaring over to the energy of the 10th house. When we say square, we're meaning tension, right? There's where you want to truly focus on something and stay determined at that. All right, because it is fixed energy. It's calling for you to take action, to not give up. All right, so Gemini, this happens in your 12th and your 9th houses. What I find interesting about where this transit is taking place within these 2 signs is Aquarius and Taurus. All right, Gemini, for you, these 2 houses are typically ruled by Jupiter. So there's an expansion to this energy overall. All right, Gemini is the energy of communication. So maybe while you were sleeping last night, Jupiter obviously rules Pisces, which is the 12th house. This can speak about, like, there could have been some tension pertaining to the dreams you were having or something like that, right? You could have had something spiritual come through for you, a sign or something in your dream. Cancer, this happens in the 11th and the 8th houses for you. So these 2 houses here are fixed houses, which normally fixed signs and fixed houses work well, all right, with the energy. The 11th house obviously ruled over by Aquarius and the 8th house by Scorpio. But we're speaking about the square in between Taurus and Aquarius energy. All right. So what happens here is there seems to be like a spotlight on, I'm kind of getting like the Cancer energy. You are more so like loving, caring, nurturing. This is asking you to put the bootstraps on and get going. You know what I mean? Stand up for yourself kind of shit. All right. Leo, this happens in your 7th and your 10th houses. All right. So the house of relationships, the house of career. And then Virgo, all right, this happens in the 9th and the 6th houses. Both the 9th and the 6th houses are ruled by Jupiter and Mercury, which are together in Taurus. So the whole energy of like the Mercury and Taurus energy could be completely heightened when it taps base with the energy of the 6th house, that square energy. Like you may be seeing you being more driven towards the 6th house of work rather than the 9th house of higher knowledge. All right, so there's some tension there. Libra, the 5th and the 8th houses is where this takes place for you. So the 5th house is all about your happiness, your joy, your contentment. The 8th house has a lot to do with transformation, right? So obviously you have the South Node in your sign right now, and you already have a lot of tension going on within yourself. All right, so focusing more so on trying to overcome some sort of transformation and your happiness with this specific transit. All right. Scorpio, this happens in the 4th and the 7th houses. So this has to be, you know, some tension pertaining to the house of home and the house of relationships. Again, this happened late last night. Maybe you're rolling around in the bed and you bump your, you know, your partner and they're like, move over. You're in my space. Like you want to be in comfort, right? So Sagittarius, this happens in the 3rd and the 6th houses. Mercury ruled houses. So interesting because there's like this heavy communication with the Jupiter aspects and the Mercury aspects to Gemini and Sagittarius with this specific energy here. It's falling in the what am I trying to say, in the mutable houses. All right, so it's supposed to be more so easygoing for you, all right, when it comes to communication. Now Capricorn, 2nd and 5th houses, again fixed houses, right? Typically ruled by Taurus and Leo, whereas the opposing energy for you is Cancer. They have theirs in the 11th and the 8th houses. So there's tension pertaining to your happiness and or your finances as well. Aquarius, this happens in your 1st and your 4th houses. Obvious, Pluto is retrograde in your sign, right? So there's a lot of review of how you want to present yourself out in the world, and then squaring over to the energy of your home environment and if you feel comfortable there. Okay. Pisces, this happens in the 3rd and the 12th houses for you. So again, mutable houses, obviously, you know, I want to say the moon typically is tapped in with you intuitively, but this is causing tension in the way that you communicate and or receive messages from your dreams. All right. Okay, so here, moving on to the next one. It's going to be, this one took place at 5:48 a.m. this morning at the planetary hour of Venus. So this is the very first planetary hour of today, the 17th specifically. All right. Normally when we start off the day and it being Venus's day, that's the very first planetary hour. So we stepped into today's energy with the moon in Virgo opposing Saturn and Pisces, which is really, really deep, right? So interesting enough, today is May 17th, right? And it happened at 17 degrees and 54 minutes, all right? So something about this star card energy. I'm getting the 17th is like the Aquarian energy, right? So the moon in Virgo can speak about new health regimes, family responsibilities, social work, organization, research projects, background work, and then also mothering pets, right? Because the energy of the moon and 6th house rules over pets, right? So this specific one, we spoke about the Sabian symbols on intuition. The specific Sabian symbol, we rounded up to 18 degrees. It's the first one is a Ouija board. Okay. I thought it was like the funniest thing. So the Ouija board is where you're meant to be tapping into intuition. We don't play with Ouija boards, right? Because that's like dark magic. I don't know if you guys hear the fire truck in the background. As soon as I said Ouija board, the fire truck's like, something about fire. I don't know. It says consulting the oracle is a risky business since the quiet inner voice cannot always be separated from distortions of desire. Deep and mysterious intuitive self-awareness is what you were trying to tap into in this energy. All right. So there it is. Saturn and Pisces, right? Saturn is already uncomfortable in Pisces. A feeling of loss, situations involving hospitals and or health clinics, the work in the field of complementary therapies, counseling others, developing interest in the occult, and this specific energy always reminds me of the Eight of Cups. So this can speak about emotional disappointments, leaving a specific home environment, going on a business trip, and or overall starting anew. All right. So the following Sabian symbol for this energy, a gigantic tent. So performance in public. All right, we are subject to pressure and support of our community, which sometimes focuses its attention on us alone. We are meant to be entertainer, teacher, and or priest. All right, so putting the word out there. But again, we're speaking about the moon in Virgo, opposing the energy of Saturn and Pisces. Anytime we're in opposition, there's confrontation there. There's discomfort there. Okay. So, specifically for the signs we're in opposition, we can make this a lot easier. All right. Aries and Libra. This will be happening in the energy of both your 6th and your 12th houses. All right. So the house of work and the house of the unknown. All right. Taurus and Scorpio. This happens in opposition of your 5th and your 11th houses. So this happens to be in the house of, love affairs. This can be, children. This can be where you want to self-express and be creative. And or in the 11th house, this can be like you wanting to do something pertaining to like a collaboration, or you working with a specific community of people, or you wanting to be humanitarian in some type of way. All right, utilizing those intuitive skills and putting that out there. Gemini and Sagittarius, this happens in opposition to the 4th and the 10th houses for you. So when it comes to the energy of your home and your comfort, your inner healing, all right, tapping into maternal instincts, and your 10th houses, bringing more of that masculine energy. With Saturn here is like we want to step up and go towards our divine life purpose, right? Our career, where we're meant to be devoted in this lifetime. All right. Cancer and Capricorn, we're looking at the 3rd and the 9th houses for you specifically. So this happens to be in the houses of communication and or spirituality. All right. Leo and Aquarius, this happens to be in the 2nd and the 10th houses. So the focus on money and as well as your career. And then the 1st and the 7th houses for, what am I looking at there? This seems weird to me. I'm sorry. This has got to be the 2nd and the 8th houses for Aquarius. Yes, I must have made a mistake. That's fine. All right, so Leo and Aquarius, the 2nd and the 8th houses for you. Virgo and Pisces in opposition. Okay, so this has to do in the house of transformation and or the house of your finances. So this can be like an inheritance coming through, right? With some sort of intuitive gift that you're able to, publicly put out there. And then Virgo and Pisces, obviously, this is going to be the energy in your signs. So this happens to be in your 1st and your 7th house. It's the house of self and relationships and or contracts, partnerships, anything coming together pertaining to romance. It could be platonic relationships and or, business. All right. So moving on to the moon in Virgo with the quincunx over to Chiron in Aries. All right. So this one happened at 21 degrees and 35 minutes. This one more so is pretty much in the afternoon at 1:17 p.m. So this whole 17th energy today within the degrees even is what's being highlighted. All right. 1:17 p.m. happening at the planetary hour of the sun. The sun currently is in Taurus, obviously. But again, the moon in Virgo, we're speaking about new health regimens, family responsibilities, social work, organizations, research projects, background work, mothering pets. All right. This specific Sabian symbol, a royal coat of arms. Responsibility of high office. So if you're putting into a position of authority here, all right, for there to be a noble lineage, each generation must throw up exemplars of the dignity of the community's highest sense of itself. High level responsibility is what's marked out here. All right. And then Chiron and Aries can always speak about healing a wound from within the core and the sense of self. All right. So this is like you healing as well as put into a position of responsibility, right? The second Sabian symbol, the gate to the garden of desire. So this speaks about optimism as a life path, abundance arising as a result of trust, and optimism, synergy, sharing, and abundance as life principles. All right. So this energy here is going to take place for the following zodiac signs: Aries in the first and the sixth houses. All right. This is the house of self and your house of work. You are going to be in the highlight of taking responsibility for your workplace. All right. You have to be able to rise above the rest, all right, through the energy of optimism and living your life abundantly through your life principles. Okay. Taurus, the 12th and the 5th houses. This happens to be in the house of the unknown. If you are technically, 12th house speaks about, involved in the health environment, if you are doing some sort of complementary therapy, whatever, all right, you have to be happy with what you're doing. 5th house energy is where it also takes place. All right. So when we speak about the energy of a quincunx, it's automatically discord. If you're not comfortable there, you're going to feel this energy overall in the afternoon. Okay. So where was I? Yeah, Taurus, 12th and the 5th houses. Gemini, this happens in your 11th and 4th houses. So the 11th house happens to be the house of, your dreams, your wishes, what you have faith in, obviously. It is the house of good luck as well, but it's where we are meant to bring communities together. So here we have it in conjunct with quincunx. I don't like to say in conjunct because it sounds like I'm saying in conjunction, where a conjunction is when the planets are 0 to 3 degrees apart. This one here, a quincunx, is where these zodiac signs are 5 houses apart. All right, so 120 degrees away. For you, Cancer, this happens to be in the energy of the 10th and the 3rd. Okay, so very discomfort energy when it comes to your career and or the way that the communication is coming out. All right, whether if you're on the road transporting something, it could be like discord within that energy. All right, Leo, 9th and 2nd houses. So both of these houses are typically ruled by Jupiter and Venus. All right, which are currently together in Taurus right now. So there should be like this grounding energy overall that's making it easier for you to kind of deal with this tension. All right. Yeah. Now let's look at the energy for Virgo. First in the 8th houses, Mars ruled in domicile for both, right? Mars rules Aries house, first house, and Mars also rules the 8th house. All right. So Virgo, I don't know if this is bringing out some sort of like passion, desire for you to fully go after this self-transformation is kind of what I'm getting with this energy overall. All right. And then for Libra, this happens to be in the 12th and the 7th houses for you. So 7th house, obviously, of relationships, but the 12th house can be like subconsciously, you're not really sure what's happening here. All right. How you're going to be able to like keep up with your health and all this. But also really tapping in with what it is that you truly desire. Scorpio, 11th and 6th houses. So this happens to be possibility with friends. All right. Co-workers, 6th houses. It seems like you could be more so focused on trying to remain healthy when it comes to your friend environment, or trying to keep those people like closer to you. You know what I mean? They always say like keep your enemies close. All right. I don't know. I'm just kind of getting that. Because discord is almost like, yeah, you thought you was my friend, but I peeped the shit you were doing. That's what it's giving me. All right. So Sagittarius, this happens to be your 10th and your 5th houses where this quincunx is happening. All right. So career and when it pertains to what you do, if it's bringing you happiness or not. All right. Capricorn, the 9th and the 4th houses. So this energy here can be like spiritually, heavily spiritually, because 9th house is like higher knowledge, belief systems, foreign travel. It's basically saying tap in to your spirituality, where in the 4th house, you more so want to be in comfort. All right. So it's up to you. You know, you want to tap into that inner self. You want to focus on healing. You want to use spirituality, or you can go the other way and just kind of like try to escape from it. We want to say deal with it, right? quincunx energy. It's just discord. If you try to ignore it, it's going to pop up anyway. All right. Capricorn, 9th and 4th houses. All right. Did I just say that? Scorpio, Sag, Capricorn, 9th and 4th. Yeah, 9th and 4th. All right, so Aquarius, the 8th and the 3rd. All right, so this is the house of transformation and the house of communication that this energy is going to be happening in. All right, so maybe if you're going to be receiving some sort of messages pertaining to how to overcome some sort of transformation here. Yeah, or you possibly taking an authoritative type of energy when it comes to communicating about how to transform, something like that. All right, Pisces, this happens in the 2nd and the 7th houses. So both of these houses are Venus ruled. This can definitely speak a lot about love overall for you. All right, you feeling like you're the one stepping up to the plate when it comes to the relationship. How else do I want to say this? I don't know, trusting your partner a little bit more. Yeah, that's what I'm getting. All right, so overall, the first 3 transits that I spoke about, Mercury in Taurus, square Pluto in Aquarius in retrograde. All right, we said that was a square. Moon in Virgo in opposition to Saturn in Pisces. Opposition is confrontation. All right, so again, tense energies. The third one, the Moon in Virgo, quincunx, Chiron in Aries, where we're more so supposed to be healing. Quincunx is discord. It's discomfort. All right. Those first 3 transits of the day happen more so in the nighttime, and one that's going to happen in mid-afternoon. All right. So 1:17 p.m. Later on in the day, energy gets better. All right. It does. It gets better. We're tapping into the energy of trines at this point. All right, trines are auspiciousness, good luck, fortune coming through, but it happens to be in the energy of the Moon in Virgo, trining over to Venus in Taurus. Both are earth elements. All right, earth elements are grounded, practical, and endure values. All right, so this specific transit for the Moon in Virgo over to, or trining to, Venus in Taurus happens to be at 22 degrees and 33 minutes. Today, May 17th at 3:15 p.m., happening again at the planetary hour of Venus. So as I just said earlier today, and where we stepped in with the energy of the Moon in Virgo opposing Saturn and Pisces, midday, back at the planetary hour of Venus, we're going to be looking at a trine at that point. All right, so the energy, it does get better. All right, but this is the highlight of it all. So 22 degrees and 33 minutes, I definitely had to look at the energy of the master numbers I was seeing. All right, so there's a higher awareness of consciousness connected to this transit. The master number 22 is the master builder, calling for productivity and to remain goal driven. Master number 33 gives harmonious energies pertaining to creativity expressions with the focus on helping others and fostering unity. What is Virgo all about? Being of service to others. How can we definitely come into equilibrium, mind, body, and spirit, and bring a community of people together in unity doing so? All right. So Venus in Taurus in its domicile energy, obviously, there's a heavy emphasis on this very confident, self-esteem rising, like this great, energy. You look beautiful today, right? Like, you look lovely. I love your smile. Oh, your hair looks nice, right? I love your makeup today. That type of energy. My daughter this morning walked out the house looking like she was going to the damn a pageant. Like, I don't know. All right. So I was like, oh, well, don't you look nice and, toasty today with all your makeup? Well, she had her little lip gloss going. Her makeup was all done. I was like, okay, girl. That's just her. She's doing her thing, right? She's a Sagittarius, by the way. Moon in Virgo. Obviously, we were speaking about, again, new health regimen, family responsibilities, social work organization, research projects, background work, mothering pets. Sabian symbol for the specific energy, an animal trainer. Okay. Overcoming prideful self-love. Patience and self-control are hold on, let me get this word right because I always trip over my words. I can't say it. I can't say it, but I know what I'm trying to say. It's like, I know I'm going to skip over this word, so I'm just going to, hold on. It's so embarrassing. It's all good. It's all good. Hold on.
Prerequisites.
Prerequisites. Thank you. I knew I was going to say it wrong. So patience and self-control are prerequisites for spiritual advancement. All right. So overcoming prideful self-love. All right. When Venus is in Taurus, we're speaking about love affairs, fortunate marriages, living happily in comfort, gaining through love relationships, windfalls of money and or gifts from someone else. Okay. So this one also speaking about a jewelry shop. This one is improving upon nature. All right. So the Sabian symbol. Crafting raw materials into something more precious gives evidence of a profound symbiotic relationship with nature. So, improving upon nature. This doesn't necessarily have to be where you're wearing the most luxurious things in life. Yes, it could be. All right. I got a Venus. I got a daughter in Taurus as well. And her birthday was on the 14th, and her sneakers came in yesterday, and she's like up this morning, jumped in the shower. She's got her new shirt on, she's got her new sneakers on. She loves to look good. It's Friday, it's your day. Have your moment, right? I'm not hating on it. All right, so this is upon proving upon nature. How does it make her feel when she's out walking and enjoying, the air? All right, the sun that's hitting her back, whatever, like whatever the situation may be, it makes her feel good. All right, so Aries, this happens to be in the second and the sixth houses, which Venus is ruling the energy of your second house. Obviously, sixth house is ruled by Mercury. So this happens to be that both of these energies are in Taurus. Now, I know it might seem crazy, all right, when I say that specific energies work together well. I know it may not be exactly the planet that sits in that specific house. What I'm saying is the traditional ruler of a specific house, all right, so say if Mercury rules the sixth house and there's a transit that's happening there, and that transit is tapping base with another transit that is in the same sign together, that's what I mean. All right, so Venus and Mercury, the second and your sixth houses, are both together right now in Taurus. So there's this heavy grounding energy overall for Aries. Today is calm, you know what I mean? All right, so interesting enough, I didn't have any problems walking my kids to school today. All right. The first and the fifth houses for Taurus's energy, right? So the house of self and the house of happiness, right? Gemini, the 12th and the fourth houses is where this takes place for you. So interesting enough, Neptune and the moon obviously rule. Neptune, the 12th house, the moon, the fourth house. There could be like this heightened intuition overall with this energy, all right? When it comes to like self-love and being in nature. All right, specifically for Gemini. Now, Cancers, this happens to be in the 11th house, which is the house of friends, good luck, fortune, right? And to the third house. All right, so Uranus ruled house and Mercury ruled house, which again, together, both in Taurus at this time. Leo, 10th and the second houses, career and finances and values. All right, obviously, we're speaking about the second house being traditionally ruled by Venus, definitely taking place here. All right, for you, this could be a good time to make some finances. All right, to make some good money off of your career, whatever it is that you're doing. Virgo, first and ninth houses, so the house of self and the house of spirituality, and or if you choose to go back to school, this could be really good for you. A good day to at least go in and get the information. You could be showing out, all right, literally when you're in school with all the higher knowledge that you have at this time. You could feel really, really confident. Libra, 12th and the 8th houses. These two houses are both water ruled, okay? So for Libra, this is kind of giving me like a heavy spiritual transformative energy. You could be facing fears at this time, all right? If it's pertaining to a specific transformation as well. Scorpio, this happens in your 11th and 7th houses. So whereas Scorpios earlier might have been real tense in bed, rolling around, bumping their partner, here we're saying that Uranus and Venus ruled in the 7th and the 11th houses, then this is going to be the energy of saying, hey, what can we change in the energy overall to feel that energy of self-love, and let's get back to, improving the environment around us, all right, within the relationship. Sagittarius, the 10th and the 6th houses, so career, and it also pertains to work. So a heavy emphasis on Sag, heavy on work. 6th house is hard work, 10th house is career. All right, so let's just put boom, work. All right. Might be a really good day today at work if you are 3:15 p.m. still at work. Okay. Capricorn, the 9th and the 5th houses. So both of these houses ruled by Jupiter and the energy of the sun, which are currently together in Taurus once again. So this happens to be your happiness. 9th house happens to be where you are tapping in with a specific philosophy about something that makes you really happy spiritually. Okay. Aquarius, 8th and 4th houses. Once again, these are water ruled houses. All right. So the 4th house is all about the sense of home, comfort, the inner healing. 8th house definitely of the transformation energy, focusing more so on what makes you happy there. All right. Pisces, 7th and 3rd houses. So both of these houses being ruled by Venus and or Mercury that are together once again in Taurus. Okay. One more, guys. I promise I'm almost done. I know this is going to be a long reading. The moon in Virgo, trine over to Uranus and Taurus. So both earth elements once again. The only difference in between the whole Venus and Taurus to Uranus and Taurus, the Uranus is bringing this heavy, tense energy to it. Why? Uranus is at its fall in Taurus. It's not comfortable there. All right. But it's a trine. So it's supposed to utilize that energy to bring something auspicious out of it tapping in with the energy of the moon in Virgo. All right. So the Sabian symbol for this one, it says Mary and her white lamb. I don't know why it's giving me an emphasis on pets on this one. Like a lamb is something that you put in your farm, right? You go and you take care of it and you mother it and you play with it and you dream with it. Right? But it's giving me the spiritual practice of innocence. So a lamb is very like loving and nurturing. I don't know. It's kind of giving me that like all fluffy and shit, right? But it's giving me the more we progress in spiritual maturity, the more we radiate childlike qualities and purity of spirit, the spiritual practice of innocence. All right. So Uranus and Taurus normally means something surprising and or unexpected changes in relationships, finances, and or what you value. All right. So the Sabian symbol speaks about a mounted Indian with scalp locks. So here you have channeled aggression, basically trining over to this soothing, soft, loving, caring lamb energy, okay? Of this spiritual, energy here. This one says, during early stages of development, it remains crucial to establish identity of self and tribe by fighting for it if needed. So this is how you're channeling your aggression. All right, this specific Sabian symbol, 23 degrees, 21 minutes, and it's happening today at 4:53 p.m. at the planetary hour of the moon, whereas the first trine happened at the planetary hour of Venus. All right, so heavy emphasis on the moon at the first trine, heavy emphasis on Venus. Okay, so I feel like each trine is going to have a heightened awareness to the energy pertaining to what's, what we're looking at here. Uranus and Taurus, fun. Okay. Aries, 2nd and 6th houses once again. Venus and Mercury ruled in Taurus. All right, 1st and 5th house for Taurus. Gemini, 12th and 4th house. Cancer, 11th and 3rd house. Leo, 10th and 2nd. Virgo, 1st and 9th. Libra, 12th and 8th. Scorpio, 11th and 7th. Sagittarius, 10th and 6th. Capricorn, 9th and 5th. Aquarius, 8th and 4th, and Pisces, 7th and 3rd. I just went over all of those energies with the same transit that happened earlier with the same trine because it's going to be in the same houses. Moon and Virgo trined over to both, Venus and Uranus together in Taurus. All right, so what I put down here was that all the Moon and Virgo transits take place with Astra Juno, giving an emphasis on marriage and commitments and or bonds, revealing traits of insecurities, jealousy, and or toxic behaviors. Okay. So soulmate energy, aka long-term stability and accepting vulnerabilities, is what we're actually after at this time. All right, someone that's going to allow you to throw your freaking fit and then be like, I still love you. Okay. So if I go off in this reading today or any of my readings today, just know I love you guys. Okay. Give me 1 second. I'm going to go get my AirPod keys and then we're going to get started with the reading. Okay. The dogs are calm right now. Nobody's freaking out. All right. I need to take a sip of my tea and then, where is it? So, how about 40 minutes of speaking, right? I know you guys like the cards, but this is more important. You want to know what the energy is going to be like, what you may have dealt with in the morning, why that happened. I'm giving you clarity. All right. What did I say I wanted to pull? Seed and sickle. And the citadel. Well, okay. This one's a lot harder because it's still new. Leave this one to the side. All right, you guys. Let's get into it. So it looks like we start off the day really, really tough, right? A square, an opposition. We have a quincunx, and then we go into trine energy. Interesting enough. All right. So we have the cherry card here, the rowan card, and hawthorn. 7, 21, and 27. Interesting. Something about 777, because from 7 I got 21. It was like 7 times 3. 777. A sense of productivity. Interesting. All right. So I said that about the energy of the master number 22. Which Sabian symbol was that? For the moon in Virgo trine over to Venus in Taurus, happening at the planetary hour of Venus. That one is going to be bringing in the master number 22 for productivity. Okay. That's what I got here. Thriving in adversity and tenacity, 21. Which one was at 21 degrees? The moon in Virgo, that was quincunx to Chiron in Aries at 21 degrees. That could be significant. All right. Which happened more so 1:17 p.m. mid-afternoon. All right. This one happens at 3:15. So technically it should be like this. Okay. What else am I seeing here? 27. What am I getting from this? Learning from the past and causation. Restfulness, peace, and meditation. So maybe this is what's giving me the grounding energies. That's kind of what I'm seeing there with the tree. All right. I'll read them out. Let's see overall what it's giving. 21. Okay. It says rowan trees are seen as a symbol of tenacity, capable of growing in the tiniest crevices, in cliffsides, and rocks. You've been doing a lot of the same recently, growing well in spite of the uncertain ground you stand on. And your determination will pay off once you realize you've got an advantage over those who had an easier path. It's easy to envy others for thriving, but give yourself credit for thriving in adversity. All right, so that 21 degree mark with the energy of the moon in Virgo, quincunx, Chiron, and Aries was speaking about you taking a position of responsibility in high office and living a life of optimism, like a life path of optimism. All right, so that's where you were thriving in adversity. A season of productivity here with the number 7 cherry card. It says cherries are one of the earliest trees to bloom and one of the first to produce fully ripened fruit with laden branches throughout the year. It's truly the symbol of productivity and abundance. Now is the time to engage in your own season of productivity, even if others are at rest. The circumstances have all come together to provide the perfect setting for addressing tasks that you've been putting off lately. All right, so that one specifically was giving me, where's that? There it goes. The moon in Virgo trine the Venus and Taurus energy. All right, so the Sabian symbol and how to overcome prideful self-love, and also tapping into improving upon nature. All right, so 27 with hawthorn. Okay. The wisdom of the past is all around us, and there's plenty that we can learn from it. Hawthorn helps us reconnect with those stories, carrying a link to the spirits of the past in the scent of the blossoms and helping us speak with them. What's stopping you from moving forward? Consult your past. Think about when you or a member of your community may have encountered something similar before. So I did make a heavy emphasis on like building communities at this time, right? Spiritual communities to be specific. If you are improving upon nature and, you know, overcoming some sort of prideful self-love, then this is you tapping into how to foster unity within the communities of people, how you can focus on helping others. We were speaking about the master numbers and how the 33 master number was bringing harmonious energies together to create and express. All right. So listen, we've got good energies today. Very good energies today. All right. So I've got the energy of summer, spring, and summer. All right. So we are currently in spring season, moving forward into summer come, you know, Cancer season. All right. So mid-June. Let's pull from Citadel. I explained this deck yesterday. It gives more so this energy of like, there's 4 different elements here. All right. More so. Now, how they explain it in the deck, this is pertaining to a community of people, right? It's like a fantasy oracle. So what we pull out of here is going to be the energies of your community. Let's just say how you are inspiring others right now, thriving through adversity, how you're utilizing your season of productivity to, you know, build something here, and then learning from the past experiences and how you can help others, right, in the near future. This one here, the court card, speaks about achievement, the academy, development. The community is the crowd, and the energy of the troop is the internal thoughts and the identity of how you truly feel visiting this community. Okay, so let's shuffle the cards out. Let's see what we get. I love these cards. They're really unique. They're different, but they're so hard to shuffle. Like the card stock is still so fresh and new that it's like, it's a little hard. Okay. So thriving and adversity and tenacity. Okay. All right. Here we have the patron. So mentorship. I don't know if you're meant to mentor people, maybe. Okay. I don't know why I'm seeing like the 2 of Swords in this. So there's the open book here. All right. You have some sort of knowledge. All right. Within that knowledge, I'm seeing the energy of the 2 of Swords in the hands. The hands represent Gemini's energy. All right. The 2 of Swords in tarot is the energy of facing your fears. All right. Basing a specific decision on something. All right, but it is the energy of the moon in Libra. So the moon in Libra can speak about like a companionship, all right, with something or someone. So the patron, mentorship. What do we have here for the season of productivity? This is kind of giving me like you getting to work. All right. Okay. I'm going to take the first one that I saw. The vengeance. Overcoming slights. All right. So, this is interesting. I'm seeing an anchor here. I hope you don't feel trapped to something or anchored down by something. Because it's kind of giving me like the string that's wrapped around the hands. Okay, we'll see what that means in a second. Overcoming slights. Okay, and let's see. Learning from the past came out with the energy of the adventurer. All right, so focusing more so on your responsibilities. Something about this erupting volcano. I saw a Sabian symbol yesterday pertaining to that energy, and I can't remember exactly which one it was. Give me 1 second. Aha. Yesterday, when the moon was at 17 degrees, a volcano in eruption was the Sabian symbol. Catharsis. In order to transcend the animal nature, we must release pent-up frustrations, release of emotional blocks. If we're speaking about learning from the past, this could be learning from having to really focus more so on your responsibilities, because that's what it's given on this card with the adventurer here. All right. So maybe that's what your future position is. All right. You are stepping up. You're overcoming slights at this time. You're meant to be this responsible person, and you're meant to mentorship. I mean, you're meant to mentor people. Okay. That's what it seems like. Let's see. What number is this? I gotta look these guys up. I'm not too familiar exactly where they are. This one is patron 76. It says here, amongst the chatter and music of the salon, one voice rises above the others, confident and companionable. The patron has achieved a certain level of success and prosperity and makes it their business to know everyone around them, particularly those with talent who might just need a little extra support to fulfill their potential. The patron indicates that a period of mentorship is beginning for you. Either someone is due to enter your life offering you support and or advice, or someone is looking up to you for guidance. Whether this is you or someone else who has taken on the role of the patron, focus your energy on the new union, as it will bring in a period of stability and empowerment to the both of you. So that's what was happening in the past. You were thriving through adversity, and you were either mentored or you were mentoring other people. All right, so now it's giving you a season of productivity here with the Vengeance card. Almost like, did I not say Lilith and the South Node had something to do with like Libra's energy? I'm kind of getting the Vengeance. The Vengeance is Lilith energy. It's like the power. And Libra happens to be the energy of where the South Node is. So dealing with the past life issues. All right. Overcoming slights is what it speaks about. Let me just look that card up. Vengeance. 114. All right. It says here, the tavern is busy, full of conversation and the bustle of travelers settling for the evening. One figure catches your attention. Someone who is not drinking, talking, nor engaging with the rest. They say nothing, but you know that they're watching, waiting for someone to appear, someone with whom they have a deadly score to settle. When the opportunity presents itself, will they let the past consume them, or will they finally accept things for what they are and move on? Why does it kind of give me like a battle? All right, with those that were creating adversity in the past. Okay, the Vengeance has a choice. And so, did I not just say that? Look at this. The Two of Swords. I was kind of getting like needing to make a choice about something. The Vengeance has a choice, and so do you. Through the chains of anger, you have been giving your energy to move forward. Their weight will eventually drown you. It's time to address those negative feelings and find a healthier way to sustain your drive. Letting go of bad emotional patterns might leave you feeling empty and drained, but you can fill that void with healthier adjustments that will help you build more positive relationships. So it's a season of productivity here. Those that were being revengeful towards you, all right, you are striving through adversity and showing vengeance by overcoming those obstacles. That's what it seems like. All right, so learning from the past, here we now have the adventurer, okay? This is you taking on the responsibility. Hold on a second. What's this? Okay. 120. It says, as the gates of the citadel, a small group has gathered with horses, carts, bags laden and supplies. It's clear that they intend to be gone for a long time, but one figure gazes back at the citadel as though they fear they'll never see it again. They must step out of their safe zone, become a part of something larger, but are they ready? The adventurer never wanted more than their small life, and the fear of the failure is crippling. Somehow you've ended up in a position in which the weight of expectation is heavier than what you wanted. Unwanted responsibility is a heavy burden, and there are plenty of people waiting for you to fail, but there are just as many waiting to catch and help you. Don't try to face it alone. Ask for help. Break the task down into smaller parts and taking it day by day, even hour by hour if you need to. There is no greater achievement than proving your naysayers wrong. So knowing that you can take on this responsibility, knowing that you can do it, learning from the past of the way that they were trying to say you couldn't do it. You either were being mentored or were mentoring them. You thrived through that. Now you've come out on the other side, overcoming slights. This is your time for productivity. In the near future, there's going to be this energy of like an erupting volcano. That's what this is. I can't believe this. This is the way that you are able to release these pent-up frustrations that you may have been dealing with from the past. Okay? So we're going to leave these cards right here. I'm going to pull some tarot real quick. Yes, we're going to get all into it. I don't care. I'm at 54 minutes. You guys can skip if you don't want to see this part. All right. This is interesting. I will let you guys go outside this room real quick. Y'all better cut it out. No. Stop. As soon as I'm about to get into the tarot, here she goes. Wants to start. She was just knocked out. Alright, you guys, let's get into this. What is going on here? Pisces, 7th house, North Node. Alright, this is giving me the moon in Virgo. Alright, and it's giving me the North Node in Aries. Okay, I just seen the King of Pentacles down at the bottom of the deck. That's Virgo for me. Alright, and I've got the star card there. That's Aquarius. Alright, so something about that energy of the Pluto and Aquarius, Mercury and Taurus energy. Something about that. Okay. The moon in Virgo, quincunx to Chiron in Aries. That's what I'm seeing here as well. But the North Node is in Aries as well. I don't know. Something about this relationship, this partnership that you have, possibly even with your spirituality. Pisces can be things that you've created imaginatively. Something like that. What I have for this energy? Sun and rising Virgo. 10 of Pentacles. Mercury in Virgo. Domicile energy. Cut it out. I should be more loving and caring today, right? I'm supposed to be mothering my pets. It's happening a little different for me and my placements, okay? I don't know. I'm kind of getting like you have this quality about you. Like, I don't know if this is like you building some sort of legacy for yourself, because over here, you were being mentored about something that obviously has lots and lots of value. 10 of Pentacle energy. 4 of Wands, my God. This could be a community of people that come together that are, you know, building this legacy together. All right. This can be marriage. I don't know. I feel like there's some specific gate or something open. My gosh, the Sun card. It's kind of giving me like the opening the gates for those that need to or want to be mentored. But only associating yourself or basing your decisions on those that are actually going to choose to thrive in adversity, because it's not going to be an easy task to overcome some sort of, I don't know if this is a transformation. I don't know. I'm getting someone that's willing to put in the progress, like put in the work, and willing to wait for whatever is meant to come through, because you're being giving, and overall the end of it, the adventurer. This is like you having the opportunity to show your responsibility in how you've overcome some sort of transformational energy, learning from your past, from being mentored by someone there. Okay, wow. Heavy on the Leo energy here with both major arcanas, and then we got the star. So those that were I was speaking about with the energy of the 5th and the 11th houses in opposition. Let me see, where was that? Taurus and Scorpios could be significant here overall, when we're seeing the opposition of the Virgo and Pisces, which actually came out here on the astro. This is heading directly for the energy of your destiny, with the North Node coming out on the astro days. That's why I'm getting, I wouldn't be surprised if I saw the moon here. All right. Wow. I mean, it's crazy. Look, heavy Virgo. I don't know. Heavy Virgo. The Virgo is manifesting, right? It's the Gemini Virgo energy, manifesting. Working with the universe, as above, so below. All right. Thriving, having every tool that you need in order to push forward, and going on a soul's journey. All right, the Hermit, searching for a specific truth, searching for the energy of the Star. Look what came out. Having the strength to go after the energy of the Star. Okay. Overcoming those slights through vengeance. All right. Not giving up. Having strength and determination. Okay. What else do we have here? Has to do with your ascension. Heavy on seeing the truth on something. Aquarians speak the truth, right? When we see judgment, judgment is like, here's the truth about something. And you knowing exactly what that truth is. Yeah. When it comes to a transformation. Heavy on the Pluto energy here. Pluto and Aquarius. Thank you, Spirit. Okay. What was that? Mercury and Taurus, that squares over to Pluto and Aquarius. So, stepping up to the lawn, blooming with clover, your determined effort, all right, the path of humble. I just said the first quarter moon in Leo that we had in my other reading had to speak about being humble, all right. Aspirants towards self-fulfillment after seeing the what? The light. The light. Ascending to what? A higher level of consciousness. All right. So determined effort to find your way. That's what we were speaking about with that one. All right. So something about refusing to accept the unacceptable, and all life is ephemeral. Having a short amount of time of being here before we experience another transformation pertaining to something else. All right. So this is showing me drive and ambition, courage and bravery. All right. Overcoming tenacity. Utilizing that fire element of Aries really to, to tap into your destiny. Okay. All right. So overcoming the slights with the vengeance energy. A sense of productivity here. This is all major arcanas here. We've seen the death card, Scorpio energy. Leo's here twice with the strength and the sun. And we also have stars. So all fixed energies once again. All right. This is the moon working with Taurus's fixed energy. And where these placements are actually happening here. I'm seeing Virgo, Aries, Leo, Cancer. All right. The Four of Cups and the Six of Cups. I don't know if this is saying here that, again, you had to learn how to overcome some sort of disappointment, some sort of discontent energies from the past. Because I'm kind of seeing that this is where you had to more so be mentored. All right. In order to strive for success. Thank you, Spirit. All right. And step into a position of leadership. Someone that takes responsibility. Thank you, Spirit. All right. Being the adventurer here. Willing to go on a specific journey of success. When it comes to being in a position of leadership. Someone that is, able to step into responsibilities. Here it is. A royal coat of arms. Responsibility of high office. All right. So this is the quincunx. That discord that you feel, all of that tension that you feel, here it is right here. At the planetary hour of the sun. We have the sun here. Okay. For there will be a noble lineage. Each generation must throw up exemplars of the dignity of the community's highest sense of self. So this is a high level responsibility. High level. Okay. Wow. Look at this. Like in the future, you having opportunities being presented to you left and right. Why? Because now you hold a high level of responsibility. This is who you are. This is how you present yourself out into the world. All right. And this is only through 1 day of energy. How quickly it can change from starting off the day, midnight, waking up feeling like crap, dealing with opposition, quincunx, dealing with the energy of discord, right? And moving towards the energy of a trine later in the afternoon. It's insane how things can quickly change. All right. Let's see what else they have here. I mean, gosh, you guys, how things quickly can change. Look at this. Tell me that isn't that Venus and Taurus energy we were just speaking about and becoming grounded. Where is it? The fortunate marriages, living happily in comfort, gaining a love relationship, a windfall or a gift from someone, coming in quickly. This is high speed energy. In one day, all of this can happen. Approving upon nature. That's what the Sabian symbol was speaking about. And overcoming prideful what? Self-love. This can be your pride. All right. Anger. And how to overcome that aggression. Right. We were speaking about that. And how do you do that? Here we go. By mastering. I said this was Virgo energy. I said this is the very first card I've seen. Mastering what? A specific passion. Okay. So once again, I have all fixed signs out here officially in all major arcanas. We're now wrapping up. You got to remember this full moon cycle for fixed signs. So it started off with the full moon in Scorpio, last quarter moon in Aquarius, new moon in Taurus, first quarter moon in Leo. All right, so all majors are here. I've also have Pluto here heavy for Pluto being in Aquarius. All right, so let me not leave that out there. Yep, this is amazing. Amazing. We saw the Magician already. That was major for Virgo and where the moon is right now. And we saw the Death card as well, but I put them back into the deck. Isn't this some great energy? Look at this. Okay. Success. Cancer. Moon. Energy. Success. Alright. Those are all the majors that I have here. Also have Judgment. Alright, so the Ascension. Here we have Six of Swords down on the bottom of the deck. Moving forward when it comes to a transition successfully. Alright. Originally. Doing this in a very original way. I hope that the way that I explain things to you guys kind of like understand. It's not hard. Alright, I try to walk you guys through my readings as much as possible. I try to share as much as possible pertaining to the astrology that's happening right now, the houses that each are involved with. I know someone said that they wish that I would speak more about what certain things mean. So if you guys aren't sure what, you know, I'm speaking about, then leave it in the comments. I'll try to clear it up as much as I can. Alright, but it's more so, it's here. Alright, it's here. It's telling us exactly either what we're stepping into, what's, you know, coming up in the near future. So again, I have summer and spring energy here. That's literally where we are. We're in spring season heading into summer. All right, so we're going to be able to learn from our past. All right, maybe last summer you were thriving in adversity. Here we come this spring season. This was your time for productivity. All right, overcoming those slights from the past. Okay. So I'm going to pull, obviously, the Chinese element. I have to. It's part of my reading for every day. Where am I? 108. I got time. And then I'll pull my crystal and we're out of here. All right. I'm going to try to get better with time stamping the readings before I put them out. That way you guys can skip over the astrology part if you're not too into that. Sabian symbol part if you're not too into that. And get right to the reading. But I feel like the reading has involved the energy of the Sabian symbols. We're speaking about current energies, and that's what I do here on this channel. Alright, so let's see what we got. Wow. Powerful beginnings and progress with the wood tiger. Alright, and then I have the earth tiger with breaking through barriers. Something heavy on the tiger energy here. Wood and earth elements in Chinese astrology. So the tiger in Chinese astrology, let me just look it up. Where are you? the third Chinese zodiac. All right, so the characteristics are aggressive, confident, courageous, trustworthy, loyal, generous, and honest. Negative sides can be stubborn, reckless, and quick-tempered. What's expected during the year of the tiger is for turbulence and revolutionary changes in life. It's kind of giving me Uranus's energy, where it's currently right now in Taurus. That's going to be trining later today with the moon in Virgo. Okay, so ruling hours for this specific sign is going to be 3 a.m. to 5 a.m. Interesting enough, the very first square for today's energy happened to be during those hours. I think it was, I said 3:43 a.m. Yes, 3:43 a.m. That was at the planetary hour of Jupiter, which Jupiter is currently in Taurus as well. Okay, so let's get into it. Let's see what these are all about. Powerful beginnings and progress. Breaking through the barriers. I got numbers. Spirit, stop. 5115. All right. 5115. Ones are obviously new beginnings. 5 is changes. So changes for the new beginning for changes. Something about that. That's what I have up here in my numerology. So the number 5, the strengths of that energy is to be adventurous, adaptable, fun-loving, and daring. The weaknesses are going to be unpredictable, unreliable, irresponsible, a new beginning. These are natural leaders, independent, ambitious, driven, and visionary people. Weaknesses can be where people are impatient, controlling, and or arrogant. Okay, so we said the same thing. Something about that angel number 5115. 5115. Angel number. I don't know. I'm kind of getting like you've reflected on yourself. All right. You've had a change. You had a new beginning. The new beginning brought another change. That's what I'm seeing in the reflection of the number. All right. So it says the angel number 5115 is said to carry a message of positivity and major life changes. It can encourage you to embrace change and new beginnings, trust your intuition, and support your personal growth. The number can also remind you that you have the inner strength to manifest your dreams and create a life filled with purpose. Okay. Let's see 51. Whoa. All right, so the messages from heaven. Wood element invites you to enlarge the scope of your world, get involved in causes, volunteer, network with like-minded souls. The message from earth. The tiger signifies that it's not only your time to roar, but also share your light with others who shine theirs in different ways. Together, you'll make a much bigger impact. This is about you having a powerful beginning, making progress on building a specific community of people. You were meant to mentor. You were being mentored to mentor other people. You were meant to thrive through adversity and build yourself up so that you can become a leader in the near future. That's what this is. All right. Heaven and earth are in full agreement when the wood tiger appears. The element of spring. Wood's upward energy brings growth and expansion. This double yang wood card highlights the leadership and protective qualities of the tiger, a yang wood sign. As a travel star and the sun sign, as a travel star and the sign that starts the new year in February, the tiger signals busy times ahead with activities picking up at full speed after a slower yin-dominated season of winter. This card appears as a sign that new adventures and positive changes are in store. You've entered a new cycle of growth. How much progress is up to your imagination. The more proactive and bolder you are, the more you can make a difference. It's a big world out there, and you're not meant to stay small with your creativity and big picture thinking. Consider how you can contribute more to your world with your strengths and experiences. Visualize a more sustainable future for yourself and your community, and initiate the changes needed to make it happen. Keep planting the seeds to fuel your growth. Your knack for defying all odds and turning things around has made quite an impression on your external world. There are many who look up to you for courage and inspiration. It's now time to step it up. The universe is urging you to tackle bigger challenges and to be a trailblazer in these changing energies. Answer the call. There are places to go and people to see. All right, so this is about you breaking through those barriers. All right, we're going to look at number 15 now. Wow, amazing. All right, we're almost done here, guys. Message from heaven. Yang earth holds willpower and persistence. Cultivating these changes and qualities. It says cultivating these qualities and no obstacles will stop you from moving forward on your path. The tiger is a highly creative sign. Use your creativity and instinct to work your way through life's challenges. So this is all about you breaking through those barriers. Yang earth, like a tall mountain, indicates the presence of a blockage. When it appears in a reading, you can either let it stop you in your tracks or work around it. In this pillar, yang earth in the heavenly frequency asks you to consider taking a few steps back so that you can see from a different perspective. The solution might be in front of you, but your own filters and expectations make it harder to see the elephant in the room. The tiger is a courageous and instinctive wood sign. As a travel star, loves being on the move. As a change agent, the tiger helps us break through our own self-imposed limitations. The upward energy of the tiger's wood element encourages you to analyze a situation from a higher level for a clearer understanding. This card appears when you're on the verge of something wonderful, even though you may feel as if you're up against an immovable brick wall. Imagine breaking through the barrier, because soon enough you will. Part of the blockage is the limitations you've set for yourself. Perhaps you've told yourself that certain outcomes are just not possible, but what if they are? Stand by changing your attitude for a can't do to a can do, and you can approach your situation in a different way. You hold more resources within you than you realize. Gather the courage and use your strength to empower every single move. So that's why the strength card came out. All right. 5115. You guys, today's reading is completely lit. I mean, it's insane. All right. Insane. Let me see. What is today's crystal? I gotta split this deck and give me a good shuffle here. You guys, give me 1 second. Somebody keeps telling me to start a TikTok. I don't like social media. I really don't, because I feel like it's just so much to keep up with, but maybe I have to start getting used to that. Right? I'm laughing because it's like, when I first started this channel, I was like, I'm going to do an Instagram, I'm going to do a Facebook, I'm going to have a TikTok, I'm going to create an Etsy shop, I'm going to sell candles, I had so many ideas and like what I could do with this. And it was more so like, yeah, right, you're going to go learn first. That's what it was, right? I was being mentored, or mentoring myself, because I had went and got the decks and that's just what was happening. I was mentoring myself. All right, now that we got a good shuffle, let's see what we have today. And I'm kind of getting some Moon Rising Virgo energy, so heavy on the Moon in Virgo. Labradorite. I can't say it right. Awakening to the magic within, mystery and synchronicity, and help from unexpected sources. Labradorite. There we go. Labradorite. I hope I'm saying it. Raw Morganite. 29 and 46. Sensitivity, gentleness, empathy, compassion, the gift of vulnerability, and self-forgiveness. So 29's crystal means Labradorite is a stone of magic that opens up your third eye and assists us in seeing the unseen. Meditation with the stone eliminates the darker aspects, which once embraced and fully integrated often turns out to be our strengths. Labradorite protects the energy field and can be utilized in magical workings, shamanic journeys, and astral traveling. I like it. All right, so 46. Okay. Morganite is a gentle heart-cleansing stone that is valuable when we wish to release old patterns, wounds, and blockages that are obstacles to loving relationships with others. Meditation with the stone allows connection to the divine love, which eases fear of vulnerability and allows us to be open to receive love from others and from spirit. All right. So those are the crystals that I have here. Interesting. I got black tourmaline under there too. Dispelling unwanted energies. All right, you guys, I love you. I know the reading was long, but I'm going to try to do some time stamping in this. If I don't get to it today, excuse me, but I'm going to do my best. All right, I love you guys. Leaving the reading there. Bye.